and only
Ivan is a talented gorilla who spends his days performing under the big top, drawing and hanging out with his furry friends. But when baby Ruby enters the scene, Ivan is called to action.
Can you tell me a story?
Once there was a baby elephant who was smart and brave, and she needed to live in the wild where she could be free.
If you're sensing this one as a tearjerker, you'd be right. But don't worry, there's also plenty of laughs provided by the brilliant cast that includes Sam Rockwell, Danny DeVito, Dame Helen Mirren and Bryan Cranston.
Why do they want an angry gorilla anyway?
You're a silverback. He terrifies humans.
Producing the film is Academy Award winner Angelina Jolie, who also plays the role of elephant matriarch Stella. Angelina, congratulations on the film. It is such a beautiful story. What made you want to bring it to the big screen?
One of my children read the book and said that they loved it, and I read it, and we kind of talked about why it was special and why it meant so much to them. And so I started to pursue, where is it being made, what's happening, and wanted to get involved. I like the messages in it.
With big names can come big egos, so assigning them animals could have been a dangerous process. As a dame, how did you feel about being asked to play a poodle?
Well, very appropriate, I thought, actually. I'm sure they go around as if they've been honoured by the Queen.
Time for shampoo?
They're all sort of Sir Poodle, Dame Poodle, don't you think? They've got that sort of quality about them.
Sam, what was it like to see your character of Ivan brought to life?
Kind of amazing, you know. It's a process with animation. It takes a long time. And so you have to be very patient as it comes together. But it's really something when you see it all together.
What is it? Don't tell me, don't tell me. It's a lonely haystack on a late summer day.
It's a beetle.
Danny, you play the very street-smart Bob the dog. Be honest, how much of Danny is in Bob the dog?
Oh, yeah, that's basically, I'm all about street smarts. The big thing is I always wanted a big brother, and I always wanted to hang out with a good pal, and I always needed to be around a classy dame. Ivan just became my best friend, and, you know, my heart beat faster every time I saw Snickers come down the steps.
The book was inspired by a real-life gorilla that lived in a circus for almost 30 years before being rescued in the 90s.
I always think, truth is better than anything we can imagine. But, you know, that gives a story like this incredible sort of weight and value. But at the same time, to communicate it in a way that kids can identify with.
What about Mac? He's taken care of me my whole life.
We're family. We're in this together.
I think it makes an important social statement of, you know, whether or not animals belong in cages or not. And maybe afterward, if the kids ask those questions, they may or may not feel it's right. And we try to walk the line and not give an opinion on whether we think it's right or wrong.
So wild. Yeah, that's where we belong.
Angelina, 2020 has been a crazy year for all of us, including our children. What do you hope that kids get out of this movie?
You know, we can't really put ourselves in the shoes of a lot of the young children today who must be dealing with the stress of all that's happening with COVID. So having films that not just escapism for them, it is playful, it is funny, it is about friendship, it is all these wonderful things. And it is, in the end, very uplifting. But it will meet their reality. And it will meet that this is a world that is not so simple. There's really complex dangers, there's pain, there's loss, and there's confinement. And so I think it will be good for kids at this time.
This painting is clearly a sign he wants to be free.
Right now, I just cannot recommend this movie highly enough. As Angelina said, it is really uplifting. The CGI in it just blows my mind. All of those animals have been created on a computer. They are so human in the way that they move and interact. And as I said, right now, this is such a good movie. The central theme is just beautiful and heartwarming. And you can catch Disney's The One and Only Ivan exclusively on Disney Plus right now.